Brecht blog 2 for contemporary play. Describe the games and exercises used to warm up and why they were used. Beth and Tom ran a physical and vocal warm-up that allowed us to better our vocals for our characters and be more clear and have better diction. The physical warm-up was to make sure that we wouldn't strain ourselves when we were moving around and actually getting up, rehearsing, performing. We also did an I Love You game, which is the I love you but I just can't smile, for focus and to help us think about characters and how they'd react to each other as we would do it either in character or a person talking to a character. We did which explorative strategies did you use and did they help to develop your role? We did a lot of hot seating that me and Chloe ran mainly, thinking of like the characters and how not to get attached to them to fit in with the epic theatre style. It helped us to focus on what they were actually doing as well as how to interpret that but without playing the character. It allowed us to see into like social classes that there were at the time and what would be acceptable, not acceptable, and whether Shanti could be a good person even though she was a prostitute turned a good person, and can people actually change. The scenes I rehearsed and the skills I've used. The scenes that we've rehearsed today were the prologue, scene 1 and scene 2, where we were reflecting over it, reading through, reminding ourselves and double-checking the blocking and improving it to polish it off. And then we progressed on to scene 3 and 4, making cuts and beginning the blocking. The skills we used, we focused mainly on the vocals and how to portray the characters and how they'd interact, which was helped by the hot seating. Question 5. What ideas did I have? I had the idea that the gods and issues would show like through the way it was acted out. The gods would be blanked by everyone and taken the mickey out of, more than usually expected within the script, as no one believes in them, no one trusts in the gods anymore, as they believe that the gods caused the floods. In fact, it was human negligence that caused the floods. I had ideas about staging and set, which I helped with, so I could see what it looked like in the end and see where it could be blocked in different places. I helped to direct scene 3 when I wasn't in it, so I'd got a better idea of what we were doing, how we were doing it, and what space we could use to make the most of the space and to be spatially aware. So it's an entertaining performance with meaning behind every movement. Question 6. How did I take risks and experiment today? Well, I took a risk by directing, as I didn't think I'd be taken seriously. But a lot of people reacted very well to that, and it went a lot better than I'd expected to begin with. I was helping other people, which is a major risk because I don't want to seem like I'm overpowering them, because I want to work as a team. So I also worked on my own characterization a bit more, getting the vocals for the wife and the characterization, the stature, the vocals for the gods, as I think the wife needs to be a very local and slightly chavvy, but the gods need to be very upper class but not exactly intelligent. 7. How did I develop my ideas as a group? Who took the lead? Were any of the ideas your own? How did you contribute to the development of the piece? Well, as a group, we discussed each idea that we had and just improvised it in, so to see whether it would work, and then we blocked different ideas to see how we could fit them together, make a better performance for the audience to see. Me and a few others in the class took the lead. There were different places where people would find they could take the lead. Like Beth was very good at the warm-up where she took the lead and got everyone on their feet, working and getting them to actually do what they needed to do. Me and Chloe got them thinking about what they were doing, why they were doing it, and the morals and meanings behind it. I directed that scene, and Jacob, the director, and Georgia, the director, also did scenes to take the lead and keep the group focused. We did a group discussion on ideas that I contributed myself a lot of ideas for staging with the gods and how different things should be in different places and how it is helped by if something is put there, it might be an obstacle that the gods have to overcome, like the disbelief from the community to the gods. What drama elements were developed? For example, plot, action, style. We developed the epic theatre style and the exaggerations within each character, making each character as heightened as it could be, so then we only had to bring it down and we didn't have to worry about boosting it up, exaggerating it more and more, and then having block and not being able to exaggerate it. The characterization and the dramatic tension in the prologue we worked on a bit more, as we needed to have a definite end to the prologue. We needed to have definite moments where the audience could tell one was awkward, one was lying. So that was a lot easier to be helped with. The final products of the rehearsal and step by step, what did we do and what did we see? We had a team discussion to start with after making our action plan for today. We showed back what we'd done and set the action plan for the next lesson. After we'd worked on each scene individually, polishing, improving, or blocking as we progressed through. At the end of the lesson, we had a feedback session where we would feedback everything we've done in the session, make sure everyone is equally attributing to and making it better. How did you rehearse in a safe way today? Think about how you use the props, set, space, equipment, as well as my own personal warm-up routine. We made sure we had plenty of space in the green room, as that way we were rehearsing that week. We did a full body warm-up, so we were straining our muscles as we did the scenes and rehearsed. We limited the set and secured the set, so nothing was able to fall, nothing was able to get in the way, nothing was a floor to trip over. So it was easier for us to work in the space provided. We had plenty of space, so we warmed up to make sure we didn't strain ourselves, and we pushed ourselves into these scenes with energy, enthusiasm, and also we were very aware of what was around us, and this helped us a lot because we were able to be ourselves in a way, and we were able to see everything that could happen or could go wrong. My strengths this week, I'd say one of my strengths was characterisation, the one I most improved on. I've created a solid wife character and a god character that I'm proud to play, as they have been very, very useful and very, very definite characters within the play. My second strength would be teamwork, as I allowed everyone to have their say in when people weren't working. I got them up and we all started to work as a group, and we were able to say whatever to each other, so we weren't lounging around or anything, because we were working, and with that teamwork came enthusiasm and energy. My third strength is my vocals, as I improved them majorly for the wife today. I made it so I had more of a lower class, slightly chavvy accent like I'm doing now, because that helps. It helps with the ideas of what my character would be as a wife, and how she's been kicked out of her house, so she wouldn't be this upper class elegant person that everyone expected before. My weaknesses this week were patience. I wasn't very patient with people. If people had a break, I wasn't happy. I got frustrated with them. So I need to work on my patience with people. The theatre style and presenting it in a clear way, I needed to be a lot more exaggerated, and I need to double my understanding for the audience, so it's more understandable for the audience, and it's clearer to get the message across and the meaning. What from today am I doing to keep for the performance? I'm keeping my accent because I think that improved my character majorly. We're keeping all the scenes that we've blocked this week. We're keeping the cuts that we've made, so we've got more definite structure. We've got a definite script that we can finalise.
Oh my god, it's clawed myself.
Do I need to do any further research to help understand and develop my character? I need to do some research into the themes and the issues that were shown into the play, because I feel that I don't have a good enough understanding of that to give my characters the full presentation they need. I need to research more into epic theatre, so I've got the style right, and I need to think about character issues to show as well, where's my character come from, how's she going to act, what's she going to do, how she had a bad past, how will she react to different situations. What needs to be improved for next week? For this, my things that I need to improve for next week is I need to learn my lines fully, so I've got a definite starting point to finish, if that makes any sense. I've got to practice getting in on cue, because I'm either too late or too early, because I can't remember when to enter for my lines. I need to work on my patience as well, and I also think I really need to work on my facial expressions as my characters, so I can really improve my characterization, my performance, and allow myself to have a better chance of making the most of the lines that I've got and understanding them better. As a group, we really need to work on the exaggeration, as nothing is heightened. Nothing's really heightened enough. So that's not with the epic theatre style. Everyone needs to learn their lines and focus more on the play than the tech, as at the minute everyone's on about how much we need to do this tech, we need to do that tech, but we haven't blocked the full of the script yet that we're doing, so we need to focus more on the production and blocking than we do on script.